Hello you guys and welcome to Vlogmas Day 14. So for today's video I am going to be telling you all about our old holiday traditions and our current holiday traditions, as well as what a typical holiday season looks like for us as celebration wise, I suppose. So let's just go right into today's video. So I'm gonna start off with our holiday traditions and if we still do these traditions, and then I'll get into how we celebrate. So every Christmas Eve we used to go to my great uncle's house on my mom's side of the family, and we would go in his hot tub and we would have appetizers and play like those present games like the left right game and others. We would play like charades and everything, so I guess that was kind of a holiday tradition because we would play those games and go in the hot tub every single year. We used to actually have a real Christmas tree every year until my mom got sick of cleaning up after it every single day during the holiday season, so now we have a fake one. But it was kind of a holiday tradition to have that real tree in our house, and we no longer do it. None of us, because my grandparents' tree is fake, my mom's tree is fake, my tree is fake, all of our trees are fake, so we no longer partake in the real Christmas tree. When I have my house of my own, I do want a real Christmas tree just because it gives it that like a little more Christmassy feeling with the smell of the Christmas tree. So when I have my own house, I definitely will, but I don't think my apartment complex would be appreciative. Is that the right word? Appreciative? I don't think my apartment building would appreciate if I brought in a real Christmas tree, especially because my apartment is a lot of carpet. So one day I will have a real Christmas tree again, but that day is not today. So ever since I was little, ever since I could remember, we make gingerbread houses. I have my own, my brother has his own, my mom watches, and my dad is usually nowhere to be seen. He's usually in the basement having his quiet time, but my mom really enjoys watching us make it. Mine is always like meticulous, and like I swear I have OCD because it's like always the exact same. It has to be color coordinated, everything like that. My brother's is just like slapped together. It's kind of messy. It's unique, because he just does it to please my mom every year. So very two different gingerbread houses are made every year. One other thing that I guess isn't really a tradition, it's more how we celebrate, is we always celebrated with both sides of the family, and we still do. So what I mean by that is my parents are still together, and thankfully both of my grandparents, both sets of grandparents, get along with each other as well. So like they're good friends. My parents are obviously together, so like it makes everything a lot easier. So we always celebrate with both sides of the family, regardless whether that is one big celebration or we have 2 or 3 celebrations. We always see everybody at some point during the holiday season. So to kind of get a gist of what's changed over the years, I'll quickly go over how we grew up and what it was like growing up, and like what we did to celebrate when I was growing up. So without getting into too much detail, is Christmas Eve was always at my great uncle's house on my mom's side of the family with my mom's side of the family. Then Christmas morning was always at our house with both sides of the family. Christmas supper was always at my grandparents' farm, which is my dad's parents, so that was with my dad's side of the family, and that was usually it. We usually only had those, I guess it was 3 celebrations in 2 days, but we only celebrated Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We usually celebrate a lot more than just those 2 days. We usually go to my mom's, so my aunt on my mom's side with my mom's side of the family, and we play those same type of games like the left right Christmas game, or I can't remember what else we usually play. We play some type of present game every year while having appetizers. It's usually not a full holiday meal. Can I speak English? No. it's usually not a full holiday meal with a turkey and everything like that, but there is always appetizers and drinks and games and visiting and everything like that with my mom's side of the family at my aunt's house. On Christmas Day, we usually have supper. On Christmas Day, we have like my 4 family members, me, my brother, my mom, and my dad, at our house, obviously with our dog, and we open presents in the morning. Yeah, that's one thing I probably should have mentioned is we open Christmas gifts Christmas morning. So I know a lot of people open Christmas Eve, or they're allowed 1 gift on Christmas Eve. Always, everything is open on Christmas morning in our house. So Christmas morning is just typically the 4 of us. Sometimes, depending on that year, other family members will come, like my dad's parents or my mom's. You get the gist. Sometimes other family members will come to watch me and my brother open gifts, even though we're in our 20s, but typically it's just the 4 of us. And then Christmas night, we have supper at my dad's mom's house with my dad's side of the family. It's usually just a supper. We don't play any games, we kind of just visit. My grandma doesn't drink, so there's usually no alcohol. We usually have our Diet Pepsi and just have our turkey supper, and then we part ways. And then on Boxing Day is typically at our house with both sides of the family, and it is another turkey supper. So it is with both sides of the family. It is also with family friends, who's a very small family. Yeah, like there's a lot of people. I would say there's roughly 15-20 people that show up to that Christmas supper. Obviously both sides of the family as well, but both my parents' families are quite large. My mom's family, like, yeah, anyway, there's usually 15-20 people at that Christmas supper. So it's quite large, but we play games, we have appetizers, we have a full Christmas meal, turkey and everything, and that's about it. Sometimes, like last year, I wouldn't really call it a celebration, but on the 23rd we went to a friend's house for like drinks and appetizers. On the 24th we went to my aunt's house. 25th we were at my grandma's house. 26th we were at our house. 27th I can't remember where we were, but we were somewhere else as well. So we have 5 days worth of celebrations, which was a lot. It was crazy. It was super fun though. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I always find it interesting seeing the difference between how people celebrate when they were a child versus how they celebrate when they're older. So comment that down below. Give me a little brief rundown of what you used to do and what you currently do to celebrate. And that is it for today's video. I post videos every single day in the month of December up until Christmas, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.